everybody.
We miss you.
For Sunday school this week, I'm going to read the story The Singer from the Jesus Storybook Bible. And it is the Sermon on the Mount from Matthew 6, 9, and Luke 12. Wherever Jesus went, lots of people went too. They loved being near him. Old people, young people, all kinds of people came to see Jesus. Sick people, well people, happy people, sad people, and worried people. Lots of them. Worrying about lots of things. What if we don't have enough food or clothes? Or suppose we run out of money? What if there isn't enough and everything goes wrong and we won't be all right? What then? When Jesus saw all the people, his heart was filled with love for them. They were like a little flock of sheep that didn't have a shepherd to take care of them. So Jesus set them all down and he talked to them. The people sat quietly on the grassy mountainside and listened. From where they sat, they could see the blue lake glittering below them and little fishing boats coming in from a night's catch. The spring air was fresh and clear. See those birds over there? Jesus said. Everyone looked. Little sparrows were pecking at seeds along the stony path. Where do they get their food? Perhaps they have pantries all stocked up, cabinets full of food. Everyone laughed. Who's ever seen a bird with a bag of groceries?
Who's ever
No, Jesus said. They don't need to worry about that because God knows what they need and he feeds them.
Hey, they can't see it.
What about those wildflowers? Everyone looked. All around them, flowers were growing. Anemones, daisies, pure white lilies. Where do they get their lovely clothes? Do they make them? Or do they go to work every day so they can buy them? Do they have closets full of clothes? Everyone laughed again. Who's ever seen a flower putting on a dress? No, Jesus said. They don't need to worry about that because God clothes them in royal robes of splendor. Not even a king is that well dressed.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true. They are pretty. They come in all kinds of colors, huh? They had never met a king, but as they gazed out over the lake, glittering and sparkling below them, the hillsides dressed in reds, purples, and golds, they felt a great burden lift from their hearts. They could not imagine anything more beautiful. Little flock, Jesus said, you are more important than birds, more important than flowers. The birds and the flowers don't sit and worry about things. And God doesn't want his children to worry either. God loves to look after the birds and the flowers, and he loves to look after you too. Jesus knew that God would always love and watch over the world he had made. Everything in it, birds, flowers, trees, animals, and everything. And most of all, his children. Even though people had forgotten, the birds and the flowers hadn't forgotten. They still knew their song. It was the song of all God's creation had sung to him from the very beginning. It was the song people's hearts were made to sing. God made us. He loves us. He is very pleased with us. It was why Jesus had come into the world to sing them that wonderful song, to sing it not only with his voice, but with his whole life, so that God's children would remember it and join in and sing too. And in this time of quarantine and unsureness, it's always great to remember that God loves us. And that's what we can always remember.
Yeah, he loves us with all his heart.
With all of his heart. And for a perfect reminder of
A
that,
bird.
I made a little bird.
More like Ayla colored it and you made it.
Ayla did color it, and I cut it out. And tomorrow I will bring these for when we do our drive-through.
I helped color it.
Yes, and it looks wonderful. For our drive-through.
For our drive-through
For
church.
our drive-through church. And so you just take a piece of construction paper and you put it through this little hole here. And it has its wings. And that way you can remember that
you are more important than the bird.
The birds. And now we are going to sing a song called This Little Light of Mine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light.
Oh, try it in the next verse. You stick up your finger.
In the next verse. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Jesus is the light, I'm gonna let it shine. Jesus is the light, I'm gonna let it shine. Jesus is the light, I'm gonna let him shine. Let him shine, let him shine, let him shine. Hey, you paused it.
Thank you. And we're really glad that we get to see you, even if it will be from 6 feet away tomorrow. And we hope you guys enjoyed this, and we will see you later. Bye.
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 See you later.